Hi. Um, I've never ever done anything like this before, so I'm just going to wing it. Um, my name is Andrew or Drew. I don't particularly care. Um, I'm 24. I live in Cheltenham, and I'm an account executive for an insurance company. This video is really a continuation of my blog post, QuiteUnstableQueer. I just really want to talk about mental health, um, especially in the gay community. I've struggled with my mental health from a very young age. I was bullied a lot through school. I was always the gay one. I was chased by people coming out of school. I was always picked on for having a big nose, which I do, to be fair. For being too tall, too skinny, too blonde in some cases. So I just really want to talk about my mental health. I'm pretty open with my mental health. I've struggled for years. I've moved to two different universities. I've sort of fucked up my education because of my mental health. So really I just want to spread awareness about it and share my story, because I'm quite open with who I am and my story. I find it difficult to type, mainly because 5 days a week I'm typing quite a lot. So I thought I'd maybe branch out and do a video blog, which is a vlog, I think. Yeah, do one of them. Just so I can go into more detail about what I'm writing about, because I've read my blog post back and there's some really bad spelling mistakes. The grammar's really off, and I make no sense. So this is an introductory video to explain my story, and then I'll go into more things. Stuff. Yeah, you get the picture. So to start off, like I said, my name is Andrew. I was born in Northern Ireland. My dad was in the army, so we moved around a bit. I was in Telford for quite a while. I went to primary school there, I went to secondary school there, and I went to college there. And then I moved to Aberystwyth University. That wasn't really a good period of time in my life. I had a relationship when I was 17 with a guy I went to school with. He wasn't out, so there was difficulties within that relationship. We were just two completely different people. He was more of a lad's lad. I wouldn't say I'm the campus person in the world, but I can appreciate feminine sides of me, I can appreciate masculine sides of me, but that dynamic didn't work. So I was pretty cut up about that relationship. I did love him a lot. So when I went to university, I saw it as an opportunity to go out and get pissed every night, which I did. I was quite naughty in first year when I was in Aberystwyth. People who know me from Aberystwyth might have met me when I said a few things, or if I was in a ditch, which most of the time I was. So yeah, that year of my life is pretty much of a blur. Made a few mistakes, said a few things to a lot of people, which I regret, and if I saw them walking down the street today, I'd probably apologise. And then I moved to Cheltenham in 2014. Again, the first few years in Cheltenham weren't the greatest because I focused on getting drunk a lot, being an attention seeker, really. So the first few years in Cheltenham were a bit difficult. I sort of messed up my uni life with that, just going out all the time, not turning up to lectures. I was diagnosed with depression in 2015. I was put on citalopram. That was quite difficult for me to process, but I got through it. I barely got through it. Got put on medication. The medication sort of fucked me up a bit, made me sick, made me very tired all the time. Yeah, so that was that. Fast forward a few years, I left university, I got a qualification, which was great, so I didn't exactly, bugger myself too hard with that one. But I entered a relationship with a guy in October or September 2017. I won't mention his name, but he was engaged when I first met him to a much older man, which I sort of overlooked because I was single for a while and I thought, this guy's giving me attention. So we dated, and he was still with his ex-fiance, but I just overlooked that. He moved into my student house the final year of uni. It was okay for a bit, and then he turned out to be an alcoholic, which mixed with my mental issues don't really mix well. It was a very tough relationship. He would lie to me all the time. He used to tell me that his nan was in hospital with a very serious illness, when it turns out he was actually with his ex. So yeah, that was not fun. He bought his ex a Christmas gift, a very expensive one, may I add, which is something I wanted because it was a fire stick, and I really wanted a fire stick. So I thought it was about me. Have you ever watched Love Actually? Do you know Emma Thompson, when she finds a jewellery and she's like, oh my god, it's for me, and then it turns out she got like a CD. It was a bit like that for me. I thought I was getting a fire stick, and I ended up getting a teapot. But he told me that was for his dad. Anyway, 2 months later, it turns out he bought it for his ex. So that was great. The relationship turned violent. He would get drunk, he would lash out. I remember once I passed gas in the morning and he jumped out of bed and smashed the flowers he bought me the other night, just smashed them around everywhere. And then that was another time he said his nan was ill, but he was at his ex's house. So it was just a disaster. I moved into his house, his flat, and it just went downhill from there. I left uni, I had a part-time job. It was supposed to be a start of me and him making a life together. I thought at this stage we went through a lot and that we were going to be together for a long time, but it turned out quite the opposite. He was still texting his ex, he was still very much hung up on a pet he had with his ex, because him and his ex were quite popular. I won't say where, but they were popular in a town near to Cheltenham. They owned a gay bar, so all the gays loved them. They were quite popular couple. They went to weddings, they went to special events together, they owned a dog together, which is something I've never had. I've always just... The most romantic thing someone's done for me was probably buy me a pack of Malibu and a pack of ciggies once. That's romance for me. But anyway, he was still texting his ex, so I had that added pressure of that older man still being very much a part of his life. I found that really hard to process because I've always compared myself to other men. In school, it was to the straight guys. Why are they so popular and I'm not? And then as I've got older, it's to other gay men. Like, oh, they're better looking than me. They're taller than me. They're muscular than me. And so to have this older man who had grandchildren, who had kids, who was very popular, it was pressure. I was always made to feel the odd one out, the outsider. He was still texting this older man, and I was, I wasn't texting my ex. My ex blocked me because we don't like each other. But he was still texting that older gentleman, and I just had to put up and shut up because he was struggling to be away from his dog. At this time, my grandmother was dying of pancreatic cancer, and I wasn't allowed to grieve for her. This was last year. I wasn't allowed to shed a tear or cry for my granny because I had to deal with my ex missing his dog, and he was punching me, he was pushing me against the wall because I called his dog an it. I watched my grandmother die. My mum picked her up because it was quite, not a funny story, but it's a weird story because the people in the nursing home gave her the wrong dressing gown or the wrong pyjamas, and my mum was like, no, I'm not having this, I'm going to change it. And then she picked her up to put on her garment, and then she died in my mum's arms. So I watched my grandmother die. And then I came back from watching my grandmother die to my then boyfriend being on the floor, being sick, being drunk at 11 o'clock in the morning. So I had to put grief to the back of my head because I had to deal with an alcoholic man. He was 2 years older than me. I was 22, 23 at the time, and he was 26, 27. I had to baby him. I had to go through a journey with him, you know, because he wouldn't see that I was grieving. He didn't care. He missed his dog. He missed his dog. He needed to speak to his ex-partner who was alive. My granny dying in front of me wasn't an issue. It was something I needed to get over. He needed the drink to get over missing his ex and his dog. I just had to take the punches, take the abuse, because it was all about him. So that was really hard. It all came to a head when I went to see Mamma Mia 2 last year with one of my very good friends. She actually said, she was very aware at the time of what was going on. She even said, do you want me to come inside with you? And I said, no, it'll be fine. And I went in to the flat, and he was drunk, with bottles of gin and bottles of beer round him. We had a conversation, me and him, 2 days before, because every time I was going to work in the morning, I was finding bottles of wine in the bathroom cabinet. They were falling out, and then if I was to get a towel, I'd find a bottle of booze in there, and then when I'd confront him, he'd just have a go at me and call me all the names under the sun. All this while I'm dealing with grief of my granny passing away, but still, it didn't matter because I had to baby an alcoholic. So he was drunk, and I lost my shit. I threw a bottle at him. I was just like, I can't take this anymore. I'm trying to grieve for my granny, and I can't. I have to look after you. You constantly go on about your dog. You constantly go on about your ex-partner, who is a much older man and who has plenty of friends around him. And I have to carry you. I have to carry your alcoholism, and it's not fair. And we basically got cats at the time. We had 2 small kittens, and I said to him, if you drink and if you get pissed, you have to leave, because I'm not having you fall over and hurt the cats, that you have to go. So I chucked him out, rightly so. Even though it was his name on the flat and he was paying the rent, I said, you have to leave. I can't have you drunk near the 2 small animals. He called the police on me. He said that I hit him and that I was drunk. So that relationship had to end. I had to move to the flat we were going to move into, because we were obviously going to move in together, have a nice big flat, hopefully start a family, which is, I was deluding myself because that's what I thought would happen, but it didn't. So I had to move into a flat which was quite expensive. It was £700 a month, but I had a new full-time job, which I thought it was great. I can do it. I'll just have to live off £200 a month, which I can. However, again, losing my granny, moving house, dealing with my ex-partner being an alcoholic, and also my own mental issues, it just got the better of me, and I got exhaustion. So I got fired from that job, and yeah, so I was in my own flat on my own with 2 cats, with no money. I had to go into universal credit, which that's not a conversation I'm going to have on this. This is about my journey and my mental health, and spreading awareness about mental health. Universal credit I'm not going to talk about, but all I'm going to say is it put me in a very difficult situation. I had to sell my possessions, I had to sell my laptop, my iPad, anything I could get a hold of, just to make the rent. So fast forward to December, I got a part-time job at a clothing company, and then I got let go along with a few others because the company overcompensated for Christmas temps, so that was great. I then had to move back to Telford at the start of January this year to live with my parents because I literally could not afford to live on my own. I couldn't even afford to eat, couldn't afford to do anything. So I moved to Telford again with my parents. I got a job. I'm not going to mention the company. It wasn't the nicest job. I was picked on. I was bullied a lot at this job. Quite a surreal experience, this job. I met a few of them on my first shift and they seemed really nice. I went out with one girl who was the ringleader, let's just say that. I thought she was nice, and then within 2 weeks I was being bitched about, I was being called every name under the sun. Because I lived in Cheltenham for 6 years and I moved back to Telford, my accent was not Telford. So I was called the posh boy. Every time I'd wear my leather gloves or my nice coat, they'd say, "Where's your horse?" What else? And then I get called a snake as well. Because I'd call them out, they'd call me a name and I'd be like, why are you calling me that? But I was a snake. Yeah, that wasn't a nice job to have, and it all ended up with me being pulled in the office and the managers, the other manager and all the girls calling me a bitch, calling me a snake, saying that no one liked me. So that was a really nice experience. Anyway, onwards and upwards, I got a job at a company as a claims handler. I won't mention the company. Everything was looking really great. I was getting my life back on track again. I was making more new friends. And then I got fired because the company didn't like my flamboyant attitude. Basically, they didn't like the fact that I was gay and that I was openly gay. I was advised to work in a more liberal office where my attitude and my demeanour was more acceptable. So that was a punch in the tits. So that was just not a nice experience. And then I thought, fuck it, I need to go on holiday. So I went to Marbella with my friend Joe. I had a lovely time. I came back and I wanted to go back to Marbella, so I applied to be a rep in Marbella. That didn't work out very great because I turned up and typical old me, I just got absolutely fucking trolleyed on the first night and made an absolute tit of myself. I bitched about everyone and nobody particularly liked me because I was such an absolute wanker. So, yeah, I learned a lot about myself when I went to Marbella. I learned that I put on a character to protect myself. I have a tattoo of Cruella de Vil on my ribs because she's my favourite ever Disney character. But I think ever since the breakup with my ex and going through all of that last year, I've sort of assumed the character of Cruella de Vil. Just that sort of bitchy, sort of flippant comment, and it's come across when I drink. It comes across in everyday life as well. If I get defensive, I become very bitchy and very, okay, I'm just going to laugh you off. That's something I've recognised in myself. That's something I know I need to stop. After Marbella, I knew that I needed to change my life because I've spent years blaming my mental health, blaming everyone else around me for my fuck-ups. You know, I nearly left university without a qualification because I was too busy putting self-destruct on my life. I was so focused on getting a boyfriend and being a part of a community of the popular people that I just went out, got drunk, made a tit of myself, and look what I had to show for it. So I moved back to Cheltenham in September. I got a job. I'm settling into the job. It's been a wild ride to get to this point, and now I kind of want to share my story because I remember being in Marbella the night after I made a tit of myself, and I remember looking, because it was in Portobello's I was overlooking all the pier, like the port. I don't know what it is. It was all the boats and the nice things. And I remember sipping on a Malibu and Coke thinking, Jesus Christ, Andrew, you've really buggered yourself up the arse here. I remember thinking, Jesus, here you are, you know, you've come to a place where no one knows you and no one likes you because you've been a bitch. So that was a learning curve, and I realised that I was assuming a character and I was being defensive. I was self-destructing my life because I thought I had the right to. I was victimising myself, and now I want to be strong. I want to share my story with everyone. I'm unconfident. I don't do anything like this unless I've had a drink, and I've not had a drink. So, but I just kind of want to put it out there and say I've learned from my mistakes, and it's okay not to be okay. Because as a gay man, I don't feel accepted by the gay community. I've always been told I'm too ugly, or I'm not muscular enough. I've got a big nose. I'm just not their type. I'm too pale. I've always been rejected from the gay community. I've always wanted to make friends in the gay community, but I've not been popular enough or good looking enough to join their gang. And I just want to reach out to people, gay, straight, transgender, whatever community you're a part of. If you feel like an outsider, you're not the only one. I've never really had a big group of friends. I've never been the popular guy. I've never been the popular type. I don't know why. Possibly in the past it's because I've been a bit of a... Nearly said the C word then. A bit of a twat. But I just want to... Yeah, I just want to share my story. I just want people to learn from my mistakes. Don't self-destruct your life with what I did, because you're in this situation now where you feel alone. I'm trying to rebuild my life again. I'm trying to pick up the pieces I myself self-destructed. I don't have a big family. I just have my mum and my dad and a few cousins and whatnot. And they know, my cousins know, we've not been close. It is what it is. I'm pretty open. Like I said, I won't tell a lie. I won't sit on camera and tell a blatant lie. We've never been close. I've never had a close family. I've never had that, oh, I've got a brother who can scare off the bullies. I've never had a cousin who I go out partying with. It's just not been my life. My cousins are a lot older than me, so when I was younger, they were, I think, my age, but I was like 10. I've never had a big family, and I've never had a big group of people around me, so I've always had to be my own cheerleader. I've had to always be my own sort of... Well, I tell her, like, my mum is my biggest cheerleader. My mum's amazing. But in terms of me being in Cheltenham and living on my own, I've always had to pick myself up. Again, with my ex. He was so preoccupied of missing a dog and missing his ex-partner because he missed the lifestyle. He missed going out and having all these extravagant do's with his partner. I never had that. I could have drunk every day because I've never had that. I've never actually felt welcomed by the gay community or any community. I could drink every day because I feel sorry for myself, but I don't. I choose not to. I choose to better myself and to fight, because that's what I'm doing now. I'm fighting. I've never fought before. I've always let this depression, whatever you want to call it, consume me, but now I'm fighting back. I'm saying no, I don't want this anymore. I'm sick of being the victim. I'm sick of being lonely. I'm sick of feeling like a pile of shit every day. I don't want it anymore. I don't want it for myself. I want to change I want to change myself and I want to change other people's perception. I want people to know who I am really. Oh God, low battery. Okay, sorry about that. Where was I? Yeah, I want people to know me and know my story, and I just want to talk openly about mental health. Like, you know, if you're feeling shit, you're feeling shit. Say it, you know. It's time to talk about truth, you know. Be honest about your mental health. I am. I'm sick of hiding behind this Cruella de Vil facade or this bitchy facade just to pass off me being happy. I'm not. I'm feeling like shit. This is the reason why. Let's all come together and talk about how we can help each other. Especially in terms of the gay community, I think it does show nowadays that we are still needing to come together. It is 2019, but there's still homophobes out there. There's still people who don't like gay people, and I think as a community we need to uplift each other. We need to come together and be each other's cheerleaders, because, you know, I'm sick of going on Grindr and being called ugly or being called not my type or getting ignored or, you know, getting passed off because I found someone better, because that's not how we should treat each other. We should uplift each other. And that's what I want to do. I want to, if anyone else in the gay community, or any community, I know I say gay community, but any community, if you're feeling shit, if you're feeling like you're not worth it, let's talk. Like, comment. Is that what YouTubers say? Comment. Yeah, you can comment. I don't know what the I'm doing. Message me, you know, Twitter me, Instagram me, just talk about your story. And do your own YouTube. It took me about a year to do my own YouTube because I hate the sound of my own voice, hate the way I look, and I don't particularly like just talking for a long time. But I'm doing it because I want to and I need to. I need to share my story and I need to spread awareness, and I want other people to share their story. Because if we start talking about our mental health, if we start openly sparking that conversation openly about how we feel, then we're gonna bond more. If I say to you that, oh, I'm okay, but I'm really not, and I ignore you, we're not going to have that dialogue. We're not going to open up a dialect. If I say, actually, I'm feeling like a bag of shit because Mask 48 on Grindr said I was ugly as a golem, and then you come back saying, well, actually, you know, you're not. Forget him, and then we'll have a joke. That opens up more conversation rather than just shutting it down by just saying you're okay. Because the truth is, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. You know, sometimes I come across that I'm fine, but I'm not. I'm not okay. I'm struggling. I feel lonely. I feel like the LGBTQ plus community don't want me, that I'm not good looking enough, that I'm not worthy of it. I'm not okay. And I want people to know that, and I want people to also not be okay and tell me. Because it's time to just truthfully talk about mental health instead of it being taboo. It's 2019, for Christ's sake. We're all allowed our different opinions on politics and television shows or what have you, but when it comes to mental health, we should all be on the same page. We should all want what's best for each other, because we all live on this planet, and I'm not going to go into being a philanthropist, but, you know, I just want people to talk more. So yeah, that was probably a load of waffle, but that's just my story so far. I'm obviously going to make more videos about mental health. I'm going to talk more about the abusive relationship I had and how I'm dealing with it, because I'm still not dealing with it very well. I'm also going to talk about debt, because I'm in debt because of universal credit. And I'm just going to open up conversations. If you want me to talk about anything in particular, message me and I will. I'm going to be as honest as I can. So yeah, but that's my introduction, and it's taken me a long ass time to do this, but I finally done it. If the video is a bit ropey, I can't. I'm not editing this video, so if I swear or anything, it's tough tits because I can't edit. Can't do it. But yeah, so I hope you watched the whole video because I hope you've watched it all, and if you want to talk to me about your mental health and if you're struggling, just give me a message because I know wagwan with that. I know all about feeling like crap. So yeah, I appreciate if you've watched the whole video. It's taken a lot for me to do this. I'm happy I've not cried on camera. 2, I thought that I'd be pausing it a lot and, you know, all that. And then 3, I thought the phone would fall down, but it hasn't. So it's been pretty successful in those terms. But who knows? But yeah, so that's me. And that's what has happened in my life so far. Like I said, I'm going to talk more about the relationship and the abuse I went through and how I'm dealing with that. And I will talk more about feeling lonely and feeling like shit. But I think I'm going to leave it there because I don't want to bore you too much. If you've watched it all, thank you for watching. Yeah, hopefully you will watch my next video. Thank you.